Got a little relaxed time on the machine back there. Got a chance to work on him a little bit by bit by bit. We got another email from Jamie. So this one actually we're sending over to the fraud department because again he's making more false accusations that our account is been flagged. Buddy, again you have these certain telltales about how you write things. So how we know that some of this stuff is coming from Jamie, well, definitely from Jamie, it's because number one, it's his email attached to it, and number two, Jamie has a bad habit of writing capitals in the middle of his sentences and everything. This is how we know. So this is another going over to PayPal fraud for the nonsense he's already trying to continue on why he doesn't want to ship the item out. We know why he can't ship the item out. His product doesn't work and it's a scam. So this is another one where he's claiming that now our account is flagged. We have a flag for malicious intention. Well, the problem we have here is that if we have a flagged account, PayPal would have contacted us by now and addressed the issue. We don't have anything from PayPal. What we do have from PayPal is I have two complaints that I filed with their fraud department on Fernando Gonzalez making fake accusations that PayPal has done these actions and hasn't. These are our complaints against his. So this is what Crow is coming down to now. He can't do anything else. He's trying to come up with an accusation by saying, hey, look, PayPal has flagged him and that's the reason why I can't ship it out. Actually, that's a lie right here. If PayPal flagged me and my account was malicious and something was wrong with it, I would have money back in my account. It did show a canceled order. And I also should have a notification from PayPal stating that my account has been flagged. So where's the notification from PayPal? I don't see it anywhere in here. I just see basically these false complaints that you're making. So this is another one from Crow. Again, afraid to ship out the product again. Mr. Bird, please understand you have to contact PayPal. Well, we contacted PayPal quite a lot. That's why they sat there and sent us these confirmations about us reporting you going out and making fake accusations that you're posing as PayPal, or PayPal is giving you this confirmation, which is not. This is PayPal responding back to us about basically the emails that we sent over. So Crow is claiming that PayPal told him that our account is flagged. Anyone who's ever had a PayPal account, if your account's ever been flagged, you know right from the door that PayPal's going to contact you right from the door. Ah, my goodness, this guy is such a liar at the end of the day. Buddy, your product doesn't work, just face it. Okay, have to contact PayPal for your account being flagged for malicious intentions. Well, what are the malicious intentions? Because PayPal gives you a list of what malicious intentions your account's been flagged for. They have been monitoring your, see how he puts capitals in the middle of his sentences? This is how we know it's just nonsense. They have been monitoring your account for quite a while now. Did a big punctuation mark where now. They did advise me not to do anything until I hear back from them. It might take a few days. Well, you got 5 days from the door to process my order because we did give you a grace period, but no, there's nothing there. Let's see, a few days. If anything, I will let you know as soon as possible. Thank you for your patience. And look, he even put the capital right there where the N is at, and it's right next to patient. You can't even spell. Patience is not PAIENCEAND. You can't spell, my goodness. If you want more information, call me. I'll explain to you. All right, so Jamie, let me explain to you how PayPal works. And I've been with PayPal for over 12 years. If there's anything like this, again, PayPal will contact me right from the door, letting me know this is going on. You don't learn anything, do you? You remember the multiple complaints you filed against my account for some of the dumbest stuff you could possibly think of? Do you know how many times PayPal contacted me on these complaints? They contacted me every time you called in and made a complaint, I was contacted right from the door to respond back to the accusations. So how is it that you send four of these messages and PayPal hasn't contacted me yet? The only thing I received from PayPal, like I said, is from me going in and filing a complaint against you, which I'm about to do again. Now, mind you, they said if I send enough of these over, your account will get suspended. So we're going to send another one. We're going to forward this one. I'm going to show people how to do this. If Crow ever contacts you with some nonsense stating that PayPal has contacted him and you haven't received any notifications at all whatsoever from PayPal, he is lying. So let's go over to forward. All right. This is what you want to do. You want to go over to forward and you want to type in this particular message right here. This is going to send the email directly to PayPal's fraud department. Now, mind you, in the email, if you are trying to get someone in trouble for no reason at all, this will get your account terminated, so don't do it. Only put things in there that need to be put in there. The problem we have right here, Crow is making accusations that PayPal said this and PayPal said that, and that is a violation against PayPal's rules. You can't do that. So you go over to the top and you put in, let's see, it's PHISH ING at PayPal.com. This is what you put in. This is going to take it directly to the fraud department right there from the door. Now, Crow has about 5 of these already in that account already. That's enough for them to go in and start paying penalties against his account. All right. So this is his excuse that he's using now, because again, he can't ship the paint over as being fraud. He's got fraud charges on that one. We already submitted our charges today, by the way, Crow, just to let you know. So you can't do that. That's done. You can't cancel the order because this is going to look bad for you. If you cancel the order, it's going to show that you can't back your product up. And on top of that, you're afraid at the end of the day. We already know that from the door. So there's a number of things you can't do. You can't do the Karen cry as saying, I don't deal with scammers and blah, blah, blah. We've heard that so many times it's not even funny. So now he's come up with a new one. The new one he has is he's going to say that PayPal said such and such and so. The only problem you have here, Jamie, is the fact that when if PayPal contacts you for any little thing, if someone complains about it, they will contact you and let you know. So that automatically happens right from the door. And we know this because, again, you filed a bunch of false complaints against us, and we got confirmation from PayPal on every single one of them. So how come they haven't contacted me yet? That's what I find funny or interesting, that PayPal has not contacted me yet. And I've called PayPal. Actually, I talked to them quite a few times. I was over there talking to them, and we were discussing your account activity while we were over there. And they saw the complaints that were coming over, and now they're under investigation. So let me see if we got this right. Yeah, PHISHING at PayPal.com. There's my mouse at. I'm going to send this over to, let's see, fraud and false accusations by the seller. They're reporting. Make sure we have accusation, everything's done correctly. All right. Send that through, forward it over to their office. And the mistake you made was you can't use PayPal that way. You can't go in and say PayPal said this, PayPal said that. That's a lie. Unless PayPal sits there and says that, hey, look, we told you so and so and so, we've had this conversation. Any conversation you have with PayPal involving me and my account, they would contact me about that account. And on top of that, keep in mind, if my account was considered to be fraud at the end of the day, I would automatically get the transaction would automatically be canceled out. Matter of fact, the transaction would have never went through at all, period. It would have never been approved. It would have never went through if my account was considered to be flagged. I would have never been to make any purchases at all, period. As a matter of fact, I just got myself a new PayPal debit card. So yeah, that would have been hard to get. Since you want to talk about fraud, let me explain something to you. You see this, Jamie? This is my new PayPal debit card. I had to get another one because I lost the other one in the house. So, if I had an account that was fraud, there was no way in the world that PayPal would ever issue me a PayPal debit card for my account. That would be virtually impossible. You're an idiot at the end of the day. How dumb can you be? You cannot be, of course, you can't say you are definitely stupid. You are definitely really, really stupid. Sometimes I'll say things for the last minute and not say anything just to see how far you can hang yourself with the rope. Now, dumb, let me explain something to you. Have my order even earlier now because you just keep doing dumb stuff. So now, well, wait, in my accounts, you say, oh, there it is. There's my email just popped up from PayPal. Boom, shakalaka. There you go. See, people, that's what I was telling you. Anytime you contact PayPal for anything, they have to send you a confirmation. We just sent that in just a few minutes ago about Crow making false claims that PayPal has said all these things. No, PayPal said none of these things. So if they did, they would have contacted me a long time ago. You sent 4 of these out. We sent 4 of these over to PayPal. Look at that. Complaint file, and the brand new one just filed a few minutes ago. 833 just filed the complaint. You are not that smart at the end of the day. And I had a nerve to say my account is monitored and under investigation. Let me explain something to you. If my account's been flagged, that means I have restrictions on my account. And if I have restrictions on my account, I'm not eligible for one of these. This is a PayPal business debit card, which I just got a couple of days ago. I just got my new card put in. So, no, my account's good. The problem we have here is the fact that this is an excuse for you to come up with some way of not shipping out the order because you're afraid. Let's just face it, Jamie, your products are scams. And the reason why you don't want your product tested out, because you know at the end of the day, you're not going to pass any of the tests, which we know you're not. Your product's going to match the house paint or the micro blend? Yeah, micro blend house paint, which we have right here. Right there. This is what we're going to test your product against right here when it comes in. So, again, this is your sorry excuse of trying to figure a way of not trying to ship out the item. And mind you, you have a history of canceled orders. Jamie, we got to bring out the file again. So, you have a history of non-stopped canceled orders. These are all you. So, again, this is just another one of your excuses of being afraid of not being shipped out the item. Look, Jamie, you have to understand. At the end of the day, you've already proven that you're afraid. We already proven that you can't ship out the item. There's no way in the world you can ship that item here because it doesn't work at all, period. You faked all your demonstrations as you always have done. And this is just concrete proof that you cannot back your products. Your products are scammed. The malicious intention that you're calling so much malicious intention, it's just a basic test against 2.0 and you on basically test demonstrations. That's all it is. And you're afraid of that. Look at this. Look at your legacy of canceled orders that we have from you. All canceled orders, all money transferred back to my account. $1,600 worth of orders transferred back to my account. It just goes on and on and on. You can't back your products up. These are all the this is all the cancel orders from you. These are cancel orders. Let's talk about the claims. They wanted to check the claims. I won every single claim. Jamie has never won a claim. Never had a cancellation from us. And now this is your new excuse of basically being afraid to ship out your product. Oh, PayPal said this and PayPal didn't say jack. If PayPal said anything like that, I would have had some information from PayPal right now telling me to respond back. If my account was flagged, I would have basically had PayPal contacting me back right now. And first things first, I wouldn't be able to get a PayPal debit card in order to be able to, if I had a flagged account, I wouldn't have been approved for it. You're a stupid idiot. Make sure you get my product over here. Stop whining and crying, get it over here. My goodness, I've never seen anybody in my entire life so afraid to ship out an item. Just horribly afraid to ship out an item. Sad. And now you're going to get your account snatched. I'm going to guarantee you this much, my friend. I'm going to make sure these complaints that I just filed against you, I'm getting your PayPal account. I'm going to snatch it from you. Now, you want to talk about flag? Remember what I told them about when they say things out of their mouth, it ends up happening to them, your account's going to get flagged. Because now we have multiple complaints going over of you stating that PayPal is saying something that they are not saying. And they're going to look at that in the fraud department and say, we never even said this to begin with. They're going to check my account and see it's in good standing with no problems whatsoever. And they're going to see that I have won every single complaint that you have filed at the end of the day, which means we can chalk you up as fraud. And since you're using PayPal's name to try to, I guess, bully or manipulate your customers, this is going to cause them to go in and put an automatic termination on your account or give you serious restrictions where you can't do any business at all. So I don't know how you're going to fix that mess. That's a messy one. That's really messy. So you said that PayPal sent you these documents and not me. Only you, right? That's what you're saying. You contacted PayPal. PayPal sent you email confirmation, all this. I want to see the emails by tomorrow. All of them. Every last one of them. From PayPal making these statements. Have them tomorrow posted. I keep telling you guys at the end of the day about these fake document nonsense y'all like to do. You know you're going to have to show documents at the end of the day. If you're going to make false accusations, we have to see the documents. So, show us the documents where PayPal didn't contact me, only you, about my account being flagged and how you're being advised not to ship anything out. I would love to see it. And tomorrow morning, I'm going to contact PayPal and give them a record. They can have a transcript or record of my account being in outstanding. And you can explain that to your followers who you've been lying to, along with that fake house paint that you got because you're afraid to ship out your product because you know the outcome of it all. I knew you were going to go into a coward mode. This is usually what you do anyway. It's nothing new. So for those you don't know, yeah, Crow is afraid to ship out the product. This is his new excuse. The only problem he has here, anybody and everybody who's had PayPal automatically knows from the door that if the customer has a problem with you or you have a problem with the customer, PayPal will contact you and let you know. Just like we just got a few minutes ago. I just filed against you and they just sent me a form a few minutes ago telling me about the decision, not decision, but basically what I just submitted. There's the ID number. There's addressing me about fraud, contacting about fraud. This right here would be their security department that we just sent that to. And you didn't have to be there. You didn't have to chime in on that. All I had to do was send that and they come back, they contact me back. So what I like to know is where are these emails that are supposedly my account's supposed to be flagged and all this stuff? Where's the emails on my end telling me that this is happening? I don't have anything. So people, what it comes down to in the end, it comes down to Jamie being afraid to ship out the product. He bit off more than he can chew, and he can't back up the Cinemax. He can't. He knows that the Cinemax at 2.0 is going to beat the living crap out of it. He knows he can't survive in a fully lit environment. He doesn't have the comfort of his ultra short throw projector. He's going to be in an environment where his screen is going to be stripped away from everything, and it's going to do horrible, and he knows it. And this is the reason why he's fighting like this, to keep from ever shipping the product out. I couldn't care less about waiting. I'm in no rush whatsoever. I got plenty to do. The problem is it's making you look bad. Every day that goes past, it makes you look even worse. And every excuse you make, it makes you look even worse. Oh, my goodness. Just like all your canceled orders. So if you're talking about in your complaint about how we're ordering from stuff from you and then basically getting our money back, well, we got our money back because you canceled the orders. You gave me my money back. You filed refunds for everything. So that's not me asking my money back. That's you giving me back my money back. The only time I requested, matter of fact, we never requested. When we came in and we ordered the Frankenstein and we ordered the Cinemax, I explained to PayPal that I didn't want the money. I wanted the item. It was your decision to ship it out. And you didn't. You gave me back my money. Right here. Right on your Frankenstein. Gave me back my money. That's why I said try to hold on to it next time. But you're trying to hold on to the money and keep the product at the same time? Well, that's considered to be theft at the end of the day. Now, if you decide that, keep in mind, if PayPal felt that there was a problem with the account, that money would have transferred back to my account. If you don't have my product and a tracking number by Saturday, I'm going to file criminal charges for theft. Which means because you have my money and you have the product. Can't keep both. So I have your address. Not hard to track you down at the end of the day. So which one you want? You want to charge for theft? Because we can follow that with no problem whatsoever. So you better do something quick, because that fire is getting hotter and hotter. And we gave you a 5-day grace period. Sent you an email. So by 5 days, and on Saturday will be the 3rd, if I'm not receiving a track number any day after that, we start filing a complaint for criminal charges for theft. Because you have 2 items that you're not supposed to have. You have the money and you have the paint. One of them got to go. Now, you don't want to cancel the order because, again, you don't want any of us to have any more of these. It's hurting him for us to have cancel orders. That's what he was trying to do when he was filing the complaints. He was trying to get a cancel order, but he couldn't get it. He kept losing. So I don't know what you're going to do. You better figure it out. All this because your products are fake. If you did your testing like you're supposed to do, you wouldn't be in a situation, okay? Simple and plain. Man, how's he going to get that booty? It's like a soap opera, baby. How's he going to get out of this? You have to understand, I don't need your paint. I really don't. You've already done the damage already. All this right here, because you're afraid to ship down the product, that's pretty bad. It already shows right there you're afraid. Anybody else would have shipped it out by now. Oh, I forgot. I did that. We've got stacks of orders, don't we? I think these are all canceled. These are the ones he filed the fake complaints on this side over here. And these are some of the complaints for the. Man, we got Partey over here too. We got mixed up with Partey stuff is over here too. Us. This is still right here. These are the complaints. Look at this. Look how he marked up on here. He filed a complaint and he said it was damaged. And he said this is what he was complaining about. It had to be shipped in 2 to 3 days. He was mad about that. Isn't that funny? 2 to 3 days. Do you see me file multiple complaints? I don't file any multiple complaints with PayPal. Only thing I filed against PayPal against you is the fact that you sat there and you lied and made some false accusation that PayPal said such and such and so, and we know they didn't say that. But this is how Karen he got on me. He got the complaint marked out. This is actually a printout of the complaint that he filed when he said the product was damaged. And they said, how was it damaged? He said, 2 to 3 days. I didn't get it yet. Let's see. This is him. No, that's whatchamacallit. That's the no. Where's the whatchamacallit at? You get it mixed up. This is case file. All right. Where's the cancel orders? The cancel orders are where? Oh, they're over there. Okay. I don't want to get these mixed up. That's Part A. That's Part A. Let me see. That's the email we sent to Crow on stating on when we need our product. Hasn't returned it yet. That's Part A's cancel order. Let me see. This is a case filed by Crow. Lost case. Lost case. We lost that case. We lost that one. And that one. And that one. Let me see. We lost that. No. It's the email from complaining about how he had to have his product at a certain time. He started crying about it. Need a refund. You took too long. You took longer than what your website said. 2 to 3 days, not 10 to 5. It wasn't 10 to 5, Jamie. You can't add it in the deck. I keep forgetting you can't add. It was 10 to 5. It was 1 day. 1 day. Your item shipped out on the 18th. You sent that on the 20th. By the way, I have your original receipt. So, yeah, it was 1 day. But look at you. Look what you're doing. You're committing fraud. And I still haven't gone and filed any complaints because we don't do business that way. I gave you 5 days. Now, you got options here. You can cancel out and give me back my money, which, again, we'll have another cancellation, which you can't bear to deal with that right now, as you can see, because you would have canceled a long time ago. Or you can sit on the order, which means I'll go and I'll file criminal charges against you for theft. Which one you want? Because if you keep the money in the item, that means that's considered theft at the end of the day, isn't it? Yeah, there you go. And then you want to make up the excuse by saying that PayPal is the reason why you can't ship out the item. Well, you can explain to PayPal. I'm pretty sure every time I send one of these through, PayPal contacts you. So y'all know that every time I send one through, they also contact Crow also too. His email is actually attached to it. It's forwarded to his email. All right. Also too, they're going to investigate your website for what do you call it, suspicious, and there's a couple of things. Your banking account. There's a few things they have to go through. Let me see. Under review. Yeah. They got to contact your bank right there. They have to go through everything. They're going to run a review through everything. Your bank, everything, the whole 9 yards. Anything that's linked to your account, everything. All your transactions, everything will be go through with a fine-tooth comb. So don't use the word PayPal. Said such and such and so. Can't do that. All right, that's Part A. This is definitely Part A's canceled order. So you don't know I'm jisting. Yeah, that's an actual cancel order from Part A. There we go. You guys, man. Let me see. Okay, this is all canceled. Oh, this is definitely Part A. That's definitely his cancel order right there. What else we have here? Let me see. Oh, this is my receipt. That's my receipt for my order. All right, put these over here. They're done. Let me see. This is an email we sent to you proving we did contact you. We'll submit that tomorrow. We'll submit that tomorrow. Well, actually, I'm not going to submit it tomorrow. I'm going to wait until after the 5-day grace period's up. And then the 3rd, we don't receive anything. We're going to go in and we're going to file some criminal charges. PayPal actually directed us to a site that we can actually go and file these charges against you. So for online fraud. What else do we have here? All right. Okay, that's taken care of. That's done. This is another false complaint filed. Another one here. I'm going to show all these case numbers are going to be needed. All right. Okay. This one right here. Yeah. This is perfect. We need that one right there. And let me see. This one's good. So you can see what we're looking at over here. These are all his cases that we have against Crow. These are where he filed false claims against us. We won every last claim in our favor. So that's what we're going through right here. Case closed in our favor right there. See right there? And let's see, this is my receipt right there from Crow. So we have to have all these documents ready so when we go in. Now, just to let you know, I did already submit. My friend contacted me. We talked yesterday, and I sent them the paperwork down for you committing fraud. That right there, buddy, is going to be a nightmare on its own. And he was looking at the evidence and shaking his head. I'm going to say this in a way. I'm trying to be polite on this, but you are screwed. There were unboxing videos, too, and I told him. I said, well, you said, I said, no. They were actually live unboxing videos of him doing this. With your name signed to the packages. So I would advise you get yourself a really good lawyer because you are going to need it. Let's see. Yeah, this one right here. You need that one. And let's see. These right here. Yeah. Taking these right here. Now, you see the difference between me and you, Jamie? See all this evidence we have on you? You don't have any of this on me. Oh, period. Okay. Yeah, this is mine too. This is another case decided in my favor. We'll take that one right there. All right. This is all you, man. Hold on. Yeah, this is part of it. And these are too, yeah. Yeah, close my favor. $80. This is for the IT, pass on, so $80. I know what this is for. This is for, hold on. Put this over here to the side. Let me see. All right, this is the report from them. We got 2 or 3 of those to print up. This one, other one that just popped in too. All right, let me see. Okay. That's for the paper. All right, this scan right there. All right, this is the one right here for the black Cinemax, the one we submitted to the post office today. This is a full transaction of what we ordered from you. Also showing the unboxing video of you shipping your product of black paint with a hole punctured in the container. Also with your name signed to that document, to those United States Postal Service box or bag. This is the full transaction. This is what they required from us today. Now, we know this is not your address, but I have your real address on file. I did send it over to them. This shows when the order was made right here, how much we paid for, and this is the initial complaint, and this is how much we order. This is the whole entire transaction from PayPal. PayPal, we talked to them. We told them about the credit card, about the fraud that you committed, and they're going to cooperate in any way possible that they need to let them know about the transaction and what you lost. And this is showing the case. Let's see. This is the one for. We got a whole lot of papers up here, man. We got to go through. Let me see. Where is the one for? Okay, this is him right here. We got another one here we're missing. Let me see. This is right here. Let me see. $80 Frankenstein mix. Here it is right here. The Frankenstein mix. We need the full transaction for that one. This one is this one is this one. So this was $80, right? $80. That's the complaint that goes to that. The knife. Yep, this is it. This is the Frankenstein. Make sure we get all this in order. All right. Let me see. Initial complaint. That's the Frankenstein. $80. Case closed in my favor. All right. Let me see. And that's the one that goes to the Frankenstein. Let me just see. I'm going to need copies of your emails too. I'm going to make copies of those right now. of what you sent over to me. I want copies of that, so that's all time stamped. Let me see. All right, that's some right there. So the reason why we need all this, tomorrow morning, PayPal has advised us to go to Better Business Bureau, file another complaint, and there's another site that we have to go through. It involves the FBI because of the whole mail fraud thing. We have to go and submit documents to them. And then once they're done on their end of submitting what I need, I'll get a ticket number, and then I'll be able to submit that anywhere I go, showing that he's under investigation. Might as well go down with the sinking ship since you've already went and did all this dumb nonsense at the end of the day. All this for your ego. Man, what's your family going to think about this? Man, they're not. This is going to be bad for them too. That's not my problem because I gave you the opportunity. And I warned you, did I not? Alright, let me see. Okay. These are from him. This is me contacting him, so that's from that right there. That's good. Alright, we got the original receipt right there. I'm going to go print something up too on my PayPal account. Alright, let me see. This is the one for black paint. Frankenstein. That's one right there. So I have those right there. I want to make sure I have all this because I have to submit this to another form site. That's not a form site, to another website. And this is one of the complaints that you filed right here, which was a false complaint. Right there, that we have. Yeah, this belongs with this. This is it right here. This is the picture that you see right here that he submitted. This is the picture we printed out. Yeah, for that one. So this one right here. I'll put that right there. You already have a pattern. So in order for the account to be taken or put in restriction, you have to show a constant pattern. And you sending those emails back to back like that, yeah, you already set yourself. I don't have to do too much, to tell you the truth. Honestly, I don't. I really don't have to do too much. You've done that to yourself. Let me see. This is something else, too, that needs to be questioned. There's more paperwork on you. The Black Frankenstein. That was an active shopping cart that money went through, and you didn't have the item of that product at all, period. So you had a shopping cart in there that shouldn't have been in there on your website. And we can show Wix that we did make a purchase for a Black Frankenstein, and money was returned back to our account. This showed something that wasn't even there. There's your cancellation for the Frankenstein right there. You charged us $90 for it, right? Yeah. There it is right here. On your website claiming you got a Black Frankenstein with your face attached to it. You guys do the dumbest stuff, I swear. Look at this. You don't have a Black Frankenstein. We know that already. So it already shows that you shipped this over a Black Cinemax, which you don't even own. But now you got a Black Frankenstein. Look at this. Look at the cancels on this one. We got a cancel here for the Frankenstein. We got a cancel here for the UB mix. We got a cancel for the Frankenstein again. We got the UB mix. Look at this. Crows hybrid mix. Boy, I told you he was canceling orders left and right. He can't back any of his products up. Oh my goodness, we got that many on you? I think we got 4 of each one on here. We got you to cancel out that many times. You got to see this. Look at this. UV mix. Frankenstein. Frankenstein. This hybrid mix. Frankenstein again. Now, Jamie, listen to me. If I want to waste my time, I make a phone call. I can have your product here. It's not hard to get your stuff. It really isn't. I can make a phone call. You would never know where it's coming from. Like I got your last product, a couple of your products down here because you didn't know who was buying it. So it's not hard to get your stuff down here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make a phone call. I'm going to make a phone call to get a few of your products down here. I'm not going to buy it directly from you because if I buy it directly from you, I got to go through this headache. So I'm going to make a phone call and we're going to get a few of your products. We still need to get a few of your products down here. So I'm going to have somebody else get it for me. Since we got to go through all this stuff to begin with. Not worth it. It's too much of a headache. Let somebody else buy it. We get it down here and we'll do the review. That's what we're going to do. So if he cancels this order or whatever happens to it, we're going to have somebody go down and place the order and get it down here. That's what we're going to do. And I know 4 people, actually one over in California, that will get it for us. So once we get it here, we're going to see why Jamie went through so much to make sure that item didn't get here. So we're going to get it. We're just going to have somebody else get it for us. We're not going to tell you when, but we're going to get it. And that is going to put you in such a paranoid state right now. Because now you got to figure out who and when that person's going to come through to grab that product. But we're going to have it here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to transfer some money to a few accounts after I get off of here. And we're going to see, give them a timeline when they can pick it up. We're not going to tell you when. I might even talk about it. I might forget this whole entire thing and then boop, got your order that quick. So let's see why Jamie fought so hard. Let's see if the Cinemax can pass the 2.0 test. We'll get it down here one way or another. Even if we have to pay somebody to get in here. And I got a few people that don't even want to take the money. They want to see what's going to happen. They're offering to get your product down here because you fought so hard. Kind of fought like, I'm going to say that part. Yeah, you fought pretty hard, man. But you're not going to win it. We'll get your item. Don't worry. Kind of sound like Partey walking in that backyard. Don't worry, buddy. We're going to get your product and then we're going to have some fun. Oh my goodness, look at this mess. You, man, this is all you. So, mind you, you went through all this effort for nothing. Because we're still going to get it. Like I said before, I'm going to make a phone call and we're going to get your product down here. So, how are you going to cancel an order if you don't know who it is? And that's just the only order you're getting. And that's the only way you find out. But we're going to have it. Now, I know you're trying to use the excuse by saying, oh, he wants my order so bad, blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that, because my product is the best. But if your product was the best, then you would have no problem shipping it out because you know your product is the best. That's how that works. That's when you have the right to say your product is the best. When anytime somebody says, hey, you can ship it out to them just like that because you know your product is good. Not go through all of this because you're afraid to ship it out and make a bunch of Karen excuses. But I'll get your stuff. We know your stuff doesn't work, Jamie, because I ordered your Frankenstein. It was the wrong color, as we all know. That's where you got hit with the fraud or with the post office. And you went through all this trash talk about how, oh, he threw it in the trash. He didn't want to test it. He knows my product is the best, so and so and so. I said, okay. We ordered it again. You cancel the order. That's what the $90 receipt is. It's a $90 receipt canceled for a Frankenstein. You talked all that trash. We went and ordered the same product again. And what did you do? You gave me back my money. So, I got time. As a matter of fact, how about we make this interesting? How about I pay one of my friends to get your item down here. Let's see which one get here first. The one I paid for or the one I had somebody come get. We'll have a little game with it. It'll be fun with it. So either way, I'm gonna have it. How you gonna get around that one? You know, they partake, shut your website down. That's what you're gonna have to do. So we'll have a little game. Which one will get here first? One my friend is gonna pick up, or ours that we paid for. Either way, I'm gonna get it. Jimmy Taco, I gotta say this. Like my mother used to say, there's always more than one way to skin a cat. You can use that PayPal nonsense on us, but you can't use it on a person who don't know who's going to be making that order. Boy, you're going to be paranoid in the next couple of days. Who is going to be ordering your product? Where are they going to be coming from? We've been through this before, Jamie. This is how we got a hold of your other product. Your Metallica mix. We had somebody go pick it up for us. And he got nervous. Oh, he got so nervous. Decided to contact the guy and curse him out because he was able to get the order and get it over here. That's why he was mad about curse that guy out. That doesn't sound like somebody who has a lot of faith in his product. You do know that that's an item we had shipped over here, and that product basically tested perfect for network grade 773, but you never talk about that. That's a product you didn't tamper with, you didn't mess with, you shipped it to a customer because you didn't know it was us. And that product, we were able to make it on live camera using your black and white paint challenge. Well, it's our black and white paint challenge, as we call it, but you don't talk about that. Tomorrow I'm going to dub your video, the one you went missing, and we're going to title the video, Can You Find Me? See that container right there? He doesn't talk about that container, does he? That's a customer who shipped it down for us. We made his product right there on camera. We used your black and white paint challenge, actually black and white paint to make it. He doesn't talk about that paint at all. Here you go. There's a customer who sent the product right there. I'm going to get your Cinemax soon. All that nonsense of crying and whining and trying to figure out ways to get around it, you're not going to get around it. I told you, if I can't get my hands on it, and I try to give you the opportunity to ship it out and be a man at the end of the day, but you turn into a full-blown Karen with all kinds of poor excuses on why you can't ship it out. That's no problem. I'll just make a phone call. I have one of my friends pick it up for me. Oh, by the way, Jamie, now even though your product got there to the customer, busted, paint leaking all over the place because you weren't decent enough to put tape around and you shipped them a container that had a hole in it, you kept the money. Well, I paid him for what he did, for helping me out. And you kept the money. Even though you sent them that trashy paint in that bag that had paint leaking all over the place because you weren't decent enough to put it in some kind of decent container. You used a used old container with a hole in the top of it. So don't worry, we already know from the door, never have the person buy twice. That's how Jamie caught him. Can you imagine this guy was looking through his accounts trying to figure out how the paint got over here? That's sad. When you have to do that at the end of the day, that you have to look through your accounts because you're worried about your product coming over here. So he found out the guy was going to come and order the Cinemax and Jamie had called him and canceled the order. That shows you can't back your products up. But don't worry, we got plenty of people. I even got people over in California. We're going to get all your products down here, and you're not even going to know who's ordered it, when they're getting it, who they are, or that's going to put you in such a paranoid stage. Now, you know how we ended up with the 16 cancel orders? Jamie saw this video. Freaked him out. So that's when he sends me an email telling me I could buy whatever I wanted from him. No need to go through the nonsense. Buy whatever you want. Don't worry about it. I got you. For the first time, be a man and order. Because the problem was it became a nightmare for me because he had to figure out who was coming across, who was us, and who was his customers. And that was scaring daylights out of him. So let me nip it in the butt and let me send him an email telling him he could buy whatever he wants, thinking I'm not going to put my address in. Oh, I put my address in. I put my address in over 16 times I put my address in. And you canceled every single order and then started acting like a Karen. Harassment. I'm on my vacation, this, that, and the other, making all these excuses. Now you got to go through that whole paranoid stage all over again because you don't know who's going to order what. And this time we're going to be smart about it. We're going to have a different person for each order. I think we want to do one container a month. That's what we're going to do. You got to figure out for that month who it is. We're going to have a game out of it. You got to figure out one person that's going to order per month. You got to figure out which one it is. Could be a male, could be a female, could be black, could be white, could be Puerto Rican, could be any race, could be anybody. Now, when the product got to the customer, it was leaking all over the place. They had to put it into another bag to ship it to us. When Jamie shipped out the product to the customer, because he didn't know it was us, there was a hole in the container, so he shipped them a used container with a hole in it. What a scammer. Can't even ship out a decent container. That paranoia can go to the roof now. That's you, Andy Crow. We made that product. I can make all your products. You see that little bit of tape? That's all we put on it. And there's a hole in the container. Once a month, one person is going to buy from you. The game is, you got to figure out who it is. And even though I said once a month, I could skip a month. And maybe next month can do it. But I'm not going to tell you when it's going to happen. Well, who's going to ship it and buy it? Because you're doing an awful lot. An awful lot. For a person at the end of the day whose product is supposed to be the best of the best, you're going through a lot of mess to try to keep it hidden. Jamie, this is not going to be a good year for you. You got charges coming up from the United States Postal Service for fraud. You're going to get your freaking PayPal account under restriction. They'll probably get it snatched or taken away. Wix is going to be taking your account pretty soon for basically that pornography nonsense, and we got more fraud to send to them at the end of the day. Once the post office gets done completing that craziness, you get the tickets to submit, that thing's going everywhere. File on chart with the Better Business Bureau, and if you don't have my product on time when it's supposed to be here, and you think you're going to keep both of them, I'm going to file some criminal charges on you for theft. And while all that's going on, You got to figure out who's buying your product and what is going to happen when it gets down here. That's going to be a lot of stress. I'm glad I'm not in your shoes. Look on the bright side. Oh, I forgot. Even worse. Your product next to the 2.0, well, you pretty much lost that one because you can't even back up. You can't even do the test demonstrations. Malicious intentions. You get afraid of test demonstrations on a 2.0. Overpriced, expensive, untested screen paint. Look at the color of that. That's the same color. Oh my goodness. That's the same color as this. It's the same color. All right. We got a new challenge for him. Jamie, I want to see you put the your product against this right here. We already did it downstairs. We did our own downstairs. So we need Jamie to do the test. We got a challenge for you, Jamie. No more network grade 773. We want you to test your product against the micro blend. You can get these off Amazon. Paint and primer. I want to see this put against the, what do we got? We got the Cinemax, the hybrid mix, and the personal mix. That's what I want to see. Live. We've already done our product already. We did our product this morning. That's messed up, ain't it? Paint leaks all over the place. Oh, there's a hole in the container right there. We shipped the customer a container with a hole in it. And I know to put a little bit of tape over the top of it. Now, while all this is going on, Jamie, we got a challenge for you. We want you to do, we already did our screen downstairs. I want you to do the micro blend house paint versus your product. I'll send you the link at the bottom you can buy from Amazon. We already did ours. We got ours painted up. Matter of fact, I got mine painted up downstairs on a white screen and this product at the same time. I bet you won't do this one. After that freaking whole fiasco with 773, are you kidding me? And he had to delete his videos? All right, people, we got to put this in. We got to put this challenge in. We got to do it. I'm going to get in the challenge today. I'm going to go on Amazon, get the link, post it at the bottom. Jamie, this is what we want to see. Your product versus the micro blend. Paint and primer. Get it done. I'll be back and put the challenge up. I put a caption at the bottom, the blacklist. If you want to see the video, the whole thing, check it out. Jamie's got a new challenge now. No more network grade 773. He is now going to be doing the new test, the micro blend, primer and paint. What color did we get on this one? Let's see. I can do my count. Semi-gloss. Let me see. We'll get the model number, all that. This is what you're going to be testing against your product. Don't match it. This is a very cheap paint. So we want to see the hybrid mix on this. We want to see the personal mix on this. Look at that. That's the same color as your paint right there. The exact same color. Now, like I said, if he doesn't do that either, again, even more evidence that if you want Crow's paint, just get this. That's it. You don't have to put anything in it. That's all you have to put. As for you call yourself making our product, Lord Jamie, let me explain something to you. In order to make my product, you got to pass all my tests first. And you can't even pass my test on a challenge. We gave you 2 of those to do. And then you got scared and put in malicious intentions because we're going to have you do the test on the 2.0. So we know you're afraid to do the test. So again, if your product you call yourself making can't pass my test and your Cinemax can't pass my test, what makes you think you got my product? You don't got nothing at the end of the day. Oh, I forgot, you got house paint. So your new challenge is this one, the Microblend by Amazon. I'm going to come back in. I got to find the link, post everything in for you guys, and I want to see him do this test. As for your customers, y'all got to pressure him. Make him do it. Just like you made him do the network gray. If he refuses to do it, then at the end of the day, don't buy his product. Well, you shouldn't buy it anyway. But you know what I mean. All right, Jamie. New challenge. This is what you're going against. And just to show you that we do the same thing over here, I got it downstairs painted up right now. I got a white screen and I got this at the same time painted against my screen. Challenge tomorrow. Enjoy the video, people. I gotta go. You gotta put the challenge up for Jamie.